Hey everyone, welcome back to Jamaica Vox, where we break down the stories that matter most. Today we're diving deep into a question that could define the next election. Will Jamaicans vote with their wallets? In other words, will economic pain trump party loyalty this time around? Let's get into it. Let's face it, time's rough. Across Jamaica, inflation has been creeping up, and everything from groceries to gas feels more expensive. According to the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, food prices alone jumped over 10% year on year in 2024. That might not sound like much on paper, but for the average Jamaican trying to stretch a paycheck, that's the difference between full meals and bare cupboards. Unemployment is another factor. While we've seen slight recovery post-pandemic, underemployment and job insecurity remain high, especially among the youth. Many young Jamaicans are juggling part-time gigs, hustling informally, or simply struggling to find meaningful work. And when people feel financially unstable, they start to ask, what exactly is my MP doing for me? All of this eats away at household budgets. With stagnant wages and rising costs, purchasing power is down, and Jamaicans are making tough choices, cutting back on essentials, delaying education, skipping healthcare. These are not abstract stats. These are lived realities, and they could fuel a shift at the ballot box. Now, let's talk politics. The political climate is heating up. On one side, we have the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, defending its economic record, from infrastructure projects to digital transformation. On the other, the People's National Party, PNP, is promising change, justice, and an economic reset. But here's the thing, Jamaica's voting history runs deep. For decades, many voters have remained fiercely loyal to one party or the other. In some households, it's not even a question. You were born PNP or born JLP, and that tribalism has kept the same players in power. But could that change? Remember 2011? The JLP was swept out of office in part due to public frustration with the economy. And again in 2020, the PNP suffered a devastating loss, some say because they failed to connect with working-class economic concerns. So yes, economic issues have played a major role in Jamaican elections before, and they might again. So what are voters saying today? Recent polls show that the cost of living, jobs, and healthcare consistently top the list of concerns, above even crime, which is saying something in a country battling gang violence. A 2025 Pulse of the Nation survey found that nearly 70% of Jamaicans believe the country is on the wrong economic path. That's a warning sign for the government. Because when people are financially squeezed, they become more willing to question their leaders, more open to alternatives. We're also seeing a rising number of independent or swing voters, particularly among younger Jamaicans, who aren't as attached to party legacy. They care more about performance than promises. For them, it's not about green or orange. It's about results. This brings us to the heart of the matter. Will economic pressure be enough to sway the undecided? History says yes, but with a twist. While Jamaica has seen protest votes in the past, they haven't always translated into real political change. That's because voters often feel there's no better alternative. So if the opposition doesn't present a credible economic plan, the status quo might still win by default. Still, government policies matter. Things like possible tax hikes, remittance-related proposals, or inflation tied to fuel and electricity bills. All these hit Jamaicans where it hurts. And when that hurt builds, people start to look for accountability. We could very well see a shift where voters prioritize their pocketbooks over party banners. The power of the purse might finally overtake the power of tradition. So what's next? If economic concerns dominate this election, and it looks like they will, both parties will need to present clear, credible plans for growth, affordability, and job creation. We're not just voting for slogans anymore. We're voting for our future. And let's not forget, post-election economic policy is just as important. Will the winning party implement meaningful reforms, invest in local business, protect the poor and working class? Or will it be more of the same? Big talk, small change? Whatever happens, the long-term implications for Jamaica are huge, because if voters truly begin voting with their wallets, it could shift our political culture, from loyalty to accountability, from empty promises to real progress. So what do you think? Will Jamaicans finally vote with their wallets this time? Or will party loyalty win out once again? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe for more Jamaican political breakdowns right here on Jamaica Vox. Stay sharp, stay informed.